Hi, so I'm going to be painting today, and I haven't been painting in about a week because I've been knitting. This painting, I'll try to film it from beginning to end, even though it's going to take some time for it because I'm going to do it in layers to go from beginning to end. And then I'll edit it up and put it together in a little short magic show for you. Right. So the trick with acrylics is that you want to put your brushes and looking this way, brushes and your palette knives and whatever you're using that touches the paint into water as soon as you're finished. As soon as you put it down into water because it dries very quickly and wrecks your brushes. All right. Okay. Hi. So it's dry. And now I can start putting on my actual picture that I'm gonna paint. So let me call that up on the computer. All right. So because I grabbed it off of Facebook, it's a terrible photo. In terms of working with a photo is really, really difficult. So this is gonna be more fantasy than real. Let's see how my paint is doing. Are you still mushy? Yes, you are. Okay, so big globs of paint take longer to dry than little globs of paint. So here, I'm just drawing with a thin paintbrush. I'm drawing the bushes, kind of outline shapes. So right now, I'm just doing impressions of what's where so that I can start to build up the painting. So I'm not at all interested in doing realistic or accurate. I'm just accurate, yeah, in terms of like location and the general impression. But it's like a child's painting. And the details will come in later, but first we just gotta put shapes. So big shapes need a big brush, bigger brush. Small shapes need a small brush. I'm kind of rolling my brush just to get different shapes, different splotches of color. So every time I take a week or so off of painting, I come back to it and my shoulders hurt. Right here, so much pain. Try to hold my brush differently. But I have weakness in my neck and shoulders. I have spinal stenosis and radical, I don't know, radiculopathy, whatever it is. I have stenosis at the nerve roots, quite severe, that come out of my neck. It's just the way it is. So instead of trying to reproduce each individual leaf, I'm just going for kind of texture and balance between light and dark. And then at some point, I will start to put some color with individual leaves, like more defined. Okay, now I have to use a smaller brush. So when I'm working on a portrait of a person, I usually have a photograph that's pretty good and it's blown up, and I'm taking a lot of care to actually be looking at the photograph while I'm painting. So I'm not even looking at the canvas. But when I have a crappy photograph and I'm just reproducing textures and colors, then I look at the canvas to see, okay, is it coming along? How's that texture coming? The thing is that you don't have to go fast, because there's no point, right? It's not an assembly line. You can take your time, poke. Just sort of enjoy the sensory part of the painting process. I'm starting to enjoy the contrasts now between, and it doesn't have to look real either. When you're making textures, you're not going for realism, so I'm like, oh, I have a lot of freedom. Very much a horizontal line kind of drawing, kind of painting. Horizontal and vertical lines, dots. But the general composition. All right, and we've got some patches of light coming through on put in some features like eyes and nose and a smiling mouth, and fix up the colors and stuff when it's dry. Go in layer by layer and keep putting color and keep putting detail. But right now I've blocked in pretty much the textures that I'm going to be working on. So that's where we're at for now, and we'll do more later when it's dry. Okay, so let's put in some detail work now. Small brush.
It's my dog Dylan.